Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Nur Amalia Husna binti Muhammad Lutfi. My metric number is TG24045. So today I would like to present our pie game project entitled Dodge the Enemies. Okay, so there are three parts in this content, which code explanation part 1, code explanation part 2, and gameplay explanation. So today I'm going to explain part 1 of our Pygame project, which cover the setup, player and game state initialization. We start by importing Pygame and random, then we initialize Pygame so that it is ready to use. This is important because without the code pygame.init, none of the Pygame feature will work. For this code, we define the game window size to be 500 by 500 pixel and use the code set underscore mode to create the game window. We also give the window a title, Dodge the Enemies. Okay, next, for this part, we define a bunch of RGB color values that we will use later to draw the background, player, enemies, and power-ups. It helps keep things organized and visually appealing. Next, for this code, we create a font object using a monospace system font. This is what we will use to render score and button text on the screen. Okay, then this is where we set up the player. The player is a red square position near the bottom of the screen and we give it an initial speed of 5. Okay, next, for this code, this variable keep track of the game progress on how many points we have scored, how many lives we have left, and whether the game has started or ended. Next, we use this list to store all the active enemies and power-ups in the game. Every time we spawn a new one, it gets added here. Okay, so this section said how often different power-ups appear. We track when each one was last spawned using the code last underscore spawn underscore time. Okay, for this code, this variable track whether a speed boost or slow effect is active and how long it should last. Next, we define a reset game function that resets all the game values. This is super useful when starting or restarting the game after losing. Uh, Next, this function generates an enemy at a random horizontal position above the screen. It moves downward and bounce off walls. So that's it. That's all for part one code explanation.
My name is Shivani and I'm from Club and I'm actually stage for 0.5. So this is the part where second part for the code explanation. So for the main game loop, first one launch the game loop continuously, clear screen each frame, tracks time with gate ticks, updates and draws game elements, refreshes display, caps frame with clock tick for 60 seconds. Okay, second one is event handling. So it handles the Windows close event by quitting Pygame and exiting the program. For the third part will be player movement. Text key place and move your player in corresponding direction. Keeps the player within screen boundaries. And the last one, draw the players on the screen. The next one is enemy behavior. Move enemy based on their velocity and increase speed as cost rises. Reverse horizontal direction if hitting screen edges. Reset enemy position and top if it goes off screen or increase score. Reduces life if the player collides with the enemy. The last one draws each enemy on this. The next one is power up, spawning and collection. Spawns power up, lives up, speed, boost, etc. based on time intervals. Creates a new power up when the specific time interval has passed. Last one adds the power up to the respective list, like life, ops, speed and boost. The next one displays this what update and draw all power ups. So for this, will be display the score and updates lives using draw hearts. Ends the game if life equals to 0. Updates the screen and limits the frame rate to 60 fps. My next one, this part is for the game over screen. So this part will be displayed on game only. Message with the final score. Draws, restart, and quit buttons. Detects mouse. Click for action. Handles quick event and restart the game if the restart button is clicked.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. So I am going to talk about item game that we have been assigned to. Our topic is to introduce life that decrease upon collision. So this is the original code where the game is a time-based game, meaning that when the time is over, the game is over. So we modify the code to have life. This is the modified code. Means that when the player collide with the enemy, the life will decrease by 1. As you can see here, when the player collide, the life will decrease by 1. But the game is still the time-based game, which is when the time is over, then the game is over. And then the final modification we made is this. So we put ops, which can increase the player life. This ping one. This can split the enemy into 3. This op to slow down the enemy, and this to speed up the enemy. So as you can see here, the life will increase when I hit the ping, but we limit it into 5, which is will be more challenging. As you can see, the enemy is the speed is increased gradually. So by gradually as the time going. And as you see here, the player can move up, down, and right to left. And the enemy move diagonally, which is increase the level of the hardness of the game. That's all.